the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Now Rosen. That's caught. It's Malone. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Alert, alert, alert. Smooth.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Ready? Look against the mic. I got it. 36. Ready?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check 15. Check 15. Shoot.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. This one caught by Isabella.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Let's go one more. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Target. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Tie it right. Hey, 4 down. Jim.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. No score after one on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Washington's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Catch made by Slayton. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On the set. 26 Mike. Let's go, Steve. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Shift, shift. 6-6. Pull it high.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
80 weapons. 26 mark. 65, 65, 65.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen gets it to Gordon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Gordon on first down. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, alert, alert. Pilot, 64, weak. Safety's creeping. Motion, 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 motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on him.
On second down now, it's Gordon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go, Pete. Hey, Haywood. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, check, 43. Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete. It's Gordon. And able to get him down, but Seahawks reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, high 7. Mike's 43.
Second down and goal. Rosen, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The point after is good, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Yo, go.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This time they stay on the ground. Got some room at the 30. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. The 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Bell. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he finds Howard complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Rosen looking to throw. This is intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll run on first down. Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Delta. Watch the run. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Coming. Alert. 43 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they had that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what? You're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Check safety, check safety.
Now it's Rosen. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Here's Rosen to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught inside the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down, Cardinals.
Ready? 26 months. Check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Rosen off the play action. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Monday. Hey, Echo. All right.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Complete to Washington. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
43 is the mic. 43. Check, 43. Here we go, G. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. Open man is QT, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Check 26.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Bravo.
Rosen to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Good job.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cardinals, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.